So I see you've all met.
So what's this all about, Dom?
Yeah, man, why'd you drag us halfway around the world?
Because we got a job.
You know, and I'm talking with you, and you've worked really hard over the years to really get that great tough guy image. But I look at you and I see someone that loves a great romantic comedy. Someone that loves long walks on the beach.
You're right.
Right? There's a tender side to Vin Diesel.
That's
isn't there?
I'm a hopeless romantic.
Right? Do you want people to see that? When are we going to see the Vin Diesel romantic comedy?
That's a good damn question.
Right?
Who do we talk to?
We'll talk to people.
Yeah.
We'll get it going.
Let's air it out.
Is there room for me in that movie?
Of course there is.
All right, man. I've got to ask you. You guys obviously look really cool behind the wheel, and you guys have for years. But I think it also helps that you're in these kind of dangerous situations. I think that helps your case a little bit. If I'm driving to the dentist, if I'm going to the grocery store, what do I need to do to look cool behind my wheel?
Drive with your left hand.
Left hand. I'm left-handed.
Steering wheel.
Okay.
Have your right hand doing whatever you need to do.
All right.
If there's a chick next to you, throw the right hand
A little
on
bit
the
over.
leg.
All right.
And you're pimping.
That's it?
That's all
They're
you
going to say,
need.
look, there goes Vin Diesel.
That's right. That's 100% right.
I like this.
I do what I can.
Next time you see me, you're like, my God, well, look at him.
I'm going to say, look at Vin Diesel.
That's a stealth mission. We'll be in and out before they even know we were there.
We're talking about breaking into a police station.
This is crazy. This is $100 million.
You say what? I am down.
So, you know, I was just doing some live shots on the other side of the city, and there was, you know, Fast Five stuff everywhere, and these school kids came by, and you know, I think we were from a distance. I kept hearing them say, oh, it's Paul Walker, it's Paul Walker. So I thought, oh, they think I'm you. So, which made me wonder, do you get mistaken for me a lot?
All the time.
Right?
Yeah.
People come up like, oh my God, it's Jake
gosh,
Hamilton.
that guy. Yeah, it drives me crazy.
That's, I mean,
I'm sick of competing against you. But you know, now we're here. You know, the way I look at it, you know, we could part ways, and I could remain forever bitter.
Right.
Or we could just be like, let's just be cool and put it to rest. All right?
All right.
All right, good.
All right, man.
All right, right
I'm glad this interview started off the right way.
Yeah,
I didn't want it hanging over us. I didn't want it to be like the elephant
It's
in
just
the room.
bad energy, you know. I don't want that stuff going out there.
Right. I want you to remember this interview.
All right.
I want it to mean something to you.
Yeah, landmark stuff. Right?
So why is everybody laughing? So let me ask you, you get in a car, do you feel any pressure after making these movies to actually look cool? Because you know, like the first time you get like an offender bender or like, you know, get a speeding ticket, these guys are just going to give you a hard time.
Yeah, no fun. No, you know, making the first one, honestly, that was probably the hardest thing. I was like, oh man, do I have to be cool? Like, what is cool like? Because like, I don't think of myself as being cool. I'm kind of like more like the class clown type, you know, always screwing around and stuff. And my daughter will tell you I'm definitely not cool, you know. But you know, I don't know. It's just, this is a ridiculous job. I mean, you see what we get to do on a day-to-day basis.
Look where we're at, man.
Yeah, and yeah, and then on top of it, you sprinkle in some of Brazil, and you know, we worked in Puerto Rico too, and you know, a cool cast. You know, it makes it a lot tougher when you're working with people you don't really care for. I've been there before.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Anyone in particular you want to talk about?
No, not at all. But you know, I've learned over the years.
Right.
You know, when I was younger, I was a little quicker to drop the names.
Right.
You know, and then you start getting phone calls, and you're like, maybe I shouldn't do that anymore.
And then since people mistake you for me, then they're thinking that I'm saying these things, and it just gets awkward, right?
Sorry if I brought any heat on you, man.
Is all of this really necessary to apprehend two men?
One's a former federal officer, spent 5 years in deep cover. The other one's a professional criminal, escaped prison twice. We find them, we take them as a team, and we bring them back. And above all else, we don't ever, ever let them get into cars.
I was really excited when I found out you were going to be in this movie because I thought...
Hold on a second, dude. Hold on. Hold on a second. Congratulations. I know it's a year and a half ago you graduated, dude.
Thank you, my friend. Good to see
you're
you.
Kicking ass. You're out in the world. You're kicking ass.
Hanging out with you.
You're in Rio.
With you,
out.
man.
Look at this.
Where do we go? It's all downhill from here. Where do we go from here? You know, I was so excited when I found out you were casting this movie because I thought, okay, now Vin has like a physical match. You know, there's someone who can actually physically take him. I just talked to Justin. He's thinking about casting me in the next one. Who should be my physical match? Who's gonna be the person that takes me on?
I got you, dude. Pee Wee Herman.
The correct answer would have been you, Dwayne, but...
Oh, yes, me.
Right?
Me.
Pee Wee Herman?
Nah, I'm kidding.
Look at this.
All of that.
This is a machine.
It's a machine.
Well,
it's a machine. Well, then, if that's, let me think.
Right, think hard.
Let's see. I go back to Pee Wee.
It's cool. But I was thinking you Schwarzenegger, Pee-wee, kind of in the same.
It's kind of been all in the
Right?
same. Yeah.
This is the only interview in which we will be talking about Pee-wee.
No, I'm
today.
only kidding. I'm only kidding. Dude, I'm telling you right now, I got you Carrot Top.
See? Go way back. So well, I figured this
I'm only kidding.
I
For
know.
you, going one-on-one with you, Reese Witherspoon.
Hell yes! What's up? We can go all day. We got 4 minutes. We can keep throwing them out there.
All right, sorry, go
So
ahead.
I figured, well, now it's the appropriate time to go ahead and tell people that they did use me as your body double for the film.
They did.
And I was gonna. I mean, how did I do? Did you think I did pretty well?
You did good.
Right? I mean, it's like looking. You know, if you can tell.
You did great. It's like looking in the mirror,
right?
man.
It's scary.
Yeah. But thank you for all the work you put in, man.
You know, it's
difficult
the
to
second
do.
unit. The second unit doesn't always get the you know, the appreciation they deserve.
No, but you did great. Thank you.
No worries, man.
Yeah,
I got the
man.
tattoo and everything.
Yeah,
You'd
you
be
do.
surprised. So, you know, one of my favorite moments in the movie, the stare down. Everyone's talking about it. I love the stare down.
Thank
and
you,
everyone
man.
was bragging about your ability to do it. But I thought, you know what? I can do it too.
Oh, yeah?
I think so. So I
wanna
wanted
do
to
it?
see if you want to just.
Let's do it.
All right. You gonna take them off?
Yeah.
All right. I'm not playing around anymore.
Okay, ready?
I'm ready. You have beautiful eyes.
So do you. It's a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, put these back on.
As will I.
All right, good.
We just had a moment.
A little bit. We had a moment right there. Yeah.
Take that with you. Let that rock you to sleep at night.
We just went from the middle of the most wanted list to the very top. You gotta keep running now.
Running ain't freedom.
You're going down, Toretto.
Big mistake.
This just went from Mission Impossible to Mission freaking Sanity.
There was like really one of my favorite moments in the movie is toward the end, and
Yeah.
you're laying back on the ground, almost like a Saving Private Ryan moment, and
Yeah,
you're looking
man.
around as
Yeah.
everything is just falling apart. Getting serious for a moment. What's a moment in your life, in your career, when you kind of looked around and thought, oh my God, everything is falling apart?
Dude, how do we go from fun, and then you hit me with that?
I'm going Barbara Walters on you,
You are,
man.
but I'm going to answer you, man.
All
And I
right.
appreciate that question.
All right.
It would have been when I graduated from University of Miami, and then I didn't make it into the NFL. At that time, Warren Sapp and all these guys were getting drafted. So I felt like, man, that's my dream. That didn't happen. I went up to the CFL in Canada, in Calgary. Then I got cut a couple of months later. I had to move back in with my parents. When I had to move back in with my parents, I had $7 to my name. And it wasn't paper, man. It was a little bit of paper and a little bit of change. I'll never forget driving back from Tampa. My dad had to pick me up, and we were on I-75, and I reached in my pocket and I counted my money, man. I had $7, which is why I name everything $7 now around me. Everything's named $7. But anyway, I had to move back in. I was 24, 25 years old, and I thought, wow, everything is crumbling around me. Everything, man. I've got no job. My dreams of work. Since I was 14, I was playing football, and that was my goal, was to make it in the NFL. That didn't happen. I moved back in with my parents. I felt like a failure. Became depressed, and it was at that point where I went through a little bit of probably a 2 to 3 month period where, you know, you're living in the sludge, man. You're feeling like shit. You're depressed. What am I going to do? And then I made a decision to start training for wrestling.
And now here we are.
And we're sitting in Rio.
Absolutely. Dude, I cannot end on that note. I love that story, but we are not ending this interview. Give me some, as I'm walking away for the next time you and I talk, what kind of advice can you give me? I'm figuring all this out. I'm kind of getting more in this business. Any tips?
Yeah, man, let me think.
What do you like out of a good interview? Like if you're sitting across from somebody and I want to get a good interview out of you, what do you want?
Okay, well, I got to be honest with you. I love what you just did, man. I love that we had fun, number one, and then you asked a question I thought that was engaging, and I think the question that you asked about, well, tell me when in your life everything was crumbling around you. It's an engaging question that forces the actor or the entertainer or the celebrity to think about it. And I think if they want to open up and give something to the audience, then that's the question to do it, or something like that. So I appreciate that, man. That's cool.
I love you, man. Let's hug it out.
But not in a weird way, right? You love in a bro way.
Absolutely.
In a John Wayne.
Yes.
Doesn't change a thing.
You know, talking about how you're different from your character, do people mistake you for your character? I mean, do people like pull up next to you at red lights and like, hey, you want to race?
Yeah, you know, honestly, it's about 50-50. 50%, hey, what's up, Paul? And 50%, what's going on, Brian? And Brian's cooler in a way because when they ask Paul, you know, they want the photos and they want this and they want that, and you know, it's not as natural.
Right.
When it's Brian, it's like they know you.
Right.
You know, it's like, what's up, man?
Yeah, I
What's
went to
up,
school with that
man?
guy.
It's like that,
Right.
and that I like that. It's fun. So.
I too like being mistaken for Brian. I mean, that's also makes me feel a little better about myself. So, but I think one of the things that, and I heard you haven't seen the movie yet.
Yeah.
But one of the things that's really cool, you'll see. I don't want to ruin it for you, but at the credits, when they have your name on there, they flash through all the images of you in the different movies.
I heard about that.
So it's cool. You know, you kind of see you from 10 years ago. When you see those pictures of yourself, like from back in the day, I mean, what do you think of that?
God, I was young, and you know, I still see like the you know, the press packets, and like that stuff still floats around, and like I'll flip through TV every once in a while, and I'll see like a preview for one of the older ones, and I'll look up and be like, God, I look so little. I look so young, you know, but gosh, I wish I still looked like that.
You still the same, dude. What are you talking about?
I've definitely gotten older.
I don't
For
see
sure.
it.
I'm in denial though.
Have you thought about like how you want your character to end up? I mean, do you want Brian to die, or do you want him to walk away happy? I mean, what have you thought
Well,
about?
Brian goes out. He's going out in a blaze.
That's what I'm thinking. Like
sure.
a big, giant, massive death scene at the end.
Huge. But I don't know. I don't want to kill him off just yet. You know, I got this fantasy that, you know, God willing, you know, Vin and I will be 80 years old, and we'll be on Fast and the Furious 128, and we'll be racing each other in wheelchairs. You know.
Dude, I would be the first one in line, like you know, with Nos on like the back of the
yeah,
wheelchair.
why not? Yeah, wheelie bars.
Chances are, sooner or later, we're gonna end up behind bars or buried in a ditch somewhere. But not today.
You know, after the first one, you were pretty adamant about not making a sequel. You know, you didn't want to tarnish that first. What happened over the years to make you want to say, okay, you know what, time's right, here it is?
Well, directly, the studio came and asked me to start producing. Both the studio and my producing partner, Neil Moritz, invited me on as a producer. And my mantra was, let's take the next 3 Fast and Furious movies and treat it like a saga, treat it like a trilogy. And if you notice, this movie, this Fast and Furious, is the first time you've ever seen, this Fast 5 is the first time you've ever seen the opening directly match the ending of the last one. On a personal level, I worked with Sidney Lumet, and doing Find Me Guilty with Sidney Lumet is what allowed me to go back into action films without feeling like I was compromising my artistic integrity.
But you've been in other great movies. I mean, you were in Saving Private Ryan. I mean, you've been in other great movies, dude.
Wonderful movies. But it was Sidney Lumet that really, working with Sidney Lumet in that courtroom drama, really allowed me to go back to action.